What's good, YouTube? I don't want to speak too loud because last time I did, I couldn't. The volume was all messed up, so I'm gonna just speak to you regular and see how it comes out. Um, I just watched this. There's a couple things I just want to go over real quick. The Klitschko fight was last night, and let's just say I wasn't all that excited. I was very disappointed at the Klitschko fight and the Hay fight. If this is what everybody was jumping up to see or was dying to see what would happen, I hope you ain't paid for it. You know, I hope nobody paid for that fight. Like there wasn't enough action. You guys only wanted to talk about Floyd's action. There was no action in that fight. Both men were too scared to invade. They were too scared to go heads up with anybody. Um, I said before, whoever has a jab in the fight will win the fight. Obviously, Klitschko had a jab. Hay kept on slipping, so his punches were really like harder to like pay attention to because you had to. Okay, you would think that Hay hit him, and then next thing you know, Hay's on the ground. So you had to really justify was it a was it a fall or not, But he slipped most of the time. Um, Both men, like I said, both men were too scared to fight. Yes, scared to fight. Hey, or Klitschko looked like every time he threw a punch, he was gonna get hit. Like your father telling you not touch nothing, and you just when he ain't looking, you trying to touch something, but when he turns back around, you jump up, you jump back. Hay was talking all that nonsense, and a lot of people were backing up Hay. A lot of people were backing up Hay. But styles make fights. I know people. We've heard that plenty of times. Styles make fights, man. We all know firsthand that Klitschko really he's more organized than Hay. You know, he has a jab. He was bigger than Hay. So you can talk all that jump when you're not fighting somebody. When you're not fighting somebody, and say the person you're not fighting say it's like a weigh-in, or say it's like a press conference. You're just standing up there, you're talking to the person, right? And you're just eye to eye with them and stuff. You could see right there that Klitschko was bigger than him. He might have the heart and the mouth at that moment to say, "I'll fuck you up," this and the third. But once that ring gets, we saw it. As soon as they got in the ring, Hay took a step back and was getting chased for the rest of the fight. You didn't see Hay engage in anything. I mean, he threw some wild shots trying to go overhead, but no uppercuts were thrown. You know, it just seemed like two men were just too scared to get knocked out. That's all it seemed like, and it seemed like Hay was just so scared that it cost him. It cost him the title. You know, I think Hay, because when Hay did engage, Klitschko ain't know what the hell to do. But then Hay will always let him recover. So I thought that was like, you gotta, if you want it, man, you gotta go for it. Stop being so scared all the time. I just watched. So in all actuality, Klitschko won. Because he's a more organized fighter. He's been in big fights like that before, so it's really not that big of a deal to him, to be honest with you. Um, like I said, Klitschko won. He could have engaged more. I think Hay could have engaged more. Styles make fights though, so it seemed like he was a little hesitant. Hay was a little hesitant. So that's why it was sort of like, who's gonna go first? Who's gonna really take that leap? You know, it seemed like Hay could have got him if he just kept up on his attack mode. He would throw like two wild punches, catch him with one, but then lay off. You know, and then that's when Klitschko just realized that he was more superior. I don't think the trunks that Hay had on was helping either. They looked like they were too bulky. They were slowing down his method of his athleticism. He wasn't really able. Not saying the trunks held him down, but they definitely did enough so that, you know, and Klitschko had the same. Klitschko don't ever change his clothes at all. You know, same orange shits. But like I said, overall, I was very disappointed in that fight because I hate. See, that's what I'm saying. That's how I feel about like. Not we ain't jumping on topic, but that's how I feel about like Gears of War 2 when they first came out. Everybody had their hypes up for it. Everybody was so crazy for it. And then when it finally happened, everybody just sat there or found something else to do. Like, this is terrible, you know? That's how I felt about the Hay fight. I was very excited. I called up a lot of people telling them because they didn't know. I said, yo, the heavyweight championship is on the line. But, you know, the way that they didn't really care about it, I shouldn't have cared either. You know, I was very disappointed. So that's why heavyweights have been taken off of pay-per-view. You know, because that junk was terrible. It was terrible, man. You know, to be a boxing fan, you want somebody that's gonna engage, somebody that has a strategy to work on. Neither man had a strategy. You know, Emmanuel Stewart, he didn't really well. He can't fight for the guy. You know, that's the thing about Emmanuel. He might have some okay words to say. I don't put him as no Hall of Fame trainer, but he might have some okay words to say. But I still don't. I don't think that he had the right words to say. I just watched a video. I forgot homeboy's name. His name is like Chuck 82, 1000 or 3000, some shit like that. And I like what I did like in this video was him saying that you can die in the boxing ring, and that's true. You can die in the boxing ring. You know, um, people always want somebody just to jump in the ring and fight, and it's not like that in boxing. You know, you can die in that ring. He was saying, I wouldn't have taken a test. I don't care if it was 40 million on the line. That's a motherfucking lie. You know, because 40 million, and he was saying how the blood weakens him when he gets out of the fight. You know, or the blood weakens him when he gets tattoos or whatever, or he gets weakened when they deal with the blood. So he made it seem like it was just him. It was just Manny taking a test. Floyd's taking the same exact test. Why is it such a big deal? He was saying how don't, and I've heard a lot of people say this now. If the athletic state commission did not agree of it or did not put it in its protocol, so we don't have to do it. You know, if they don't do it, we don't have to do it. Well, Manny chose everything else. You know, if Floyd doesn't get the testing, what is Floyd gonna get? He already gave up the 50-50 split, you know. He already gave up the ring size, he gave up the glove size. Man, he chose all that shit, you know. I guess Floyd has the 147 weight class, but that's the class that they're in, you know. If it was up to Manny, he would probably want to catch weight. Probably try to bring Floyd down some more pounds, you know. But he was saying how if it's not by the athletic state commission, then don't do it. But you have to realize, Manny also wanted $10 million for each pound Mayweather came in over. That's not in any contract, you know. That's not on the line. So you're saying it's okay for him to get this $10 million bonus if he comes in 1 pound over. That's $10 million. But it's not okay for Floyd to get his testing where he is taking the same test. Am I missing something here? Are you guys trying to pull one over my head real quick? Because if you really think about it, that's a bitch move, you know. I just saw another interview. I don't know how old it is. See, with boxing socialists, people can put on videos, but the video could be old as hell. And then a lot of the fans on boxing socialists will believe that it is relevant, it is new, you know. Like there's a couple Bob Arum ones on there that are super old before he even fought Marquez, and people trying to relay it to like it just happened last week. You know, you got to really pay attention. There's a lot of videos on there that are real old, and people are trying to make more relevant to nowadays terms. Even a Floyd Mayweather one when he was promoting something he was promoting in a blue shirt, people thought it just happened, and they were like, "Yo, Floyd's doing this. He's promoting this," not knowing he did that back in like 2000 before Oscar. You know, he was promoting that. He was just helping a friend out, you know. And it wasn't, you know, it wasn't really true. So don't always believe everything you see. But Manny was saying how, or he's fighting Ortiz. He's a southpaw. He might want to fight me next. The guy was like, "Are you down for it?" He said, "I'm definitely down," which was pretty cool. I applaud Manny for that. Finally, something I can give him credit for, you know. But as far as like him take, don't he was like, if I was him, don't take the test and let the state commission does it. Then Manny has to drop off some other shit. Then Manny shouldn't be able to get, you know, the 50-50 split because you know he's not worth no 50-50 split with Floyd. You know, he shouldn't get no ring size. He shouldn't get no glove size. He also gets that $10 million each pound over. Do you guys know how much $10 million is? I'm gonna take a hit on that because I don't think y'all heard me. Do you know how much $10 million is? You guys are probably like, well, Floyd has it. Okay, if that's the case, then Manny should be charged for $10 million also if he comes in a weight class. But no, um that's on whatchamacallit's head though. That's on Floyd's head though. Only Floyd has to do this, you know? That's how bad Floyd wanted to fight. Because he agreed. He agreed on the $10 million. You already tell if I come in anyway, and that's serious still. Even if you agree to the fight and you're like, all right, everything's cool, and you mess up Floyd and you come in 147, you owe $10 million to Manny off top. Well, Bob Arum really, because Manny don't see shit of his money. But so I was saying, if it's by the commissioner, no, Manny should step up and say, yeah, I'm with Floyd. If you don't have nothing to hide, take a test. You know, maybe they're mad because when you take a test like that, you have to pay for it out your own pocket. And I think on the Mosley jump off, they said that Floyd had to pay I think it was like 20,000. Mosley too. I think they both had to pay like $20,000 for them to do the testing. And maybe I guess maybe that could be a reason why, or maybe they were just saying they didn't. I think the thing was is that Roach and Bob Arum weren't prepared for Floyd to be so ready for the fight. They weren't prepared for Floyd to accept a um, a $10 million clause. They were thinking Floyd would back out on that. He agreed to it, so they had to. There was nothing else left. He even signed the contract, and then they want to come out later and say, "Well, we're not taking the test because Floyd wants to demand it." And then the world thinks, it's Floyd's fault why the fight didn't get signed. Manny has like 4 things under his belt that he wants out of a contract. It's a contract. Okay, it's not by the commission. That's what he's saying, right? But it's a contract, and a contract, you're gonna want something done, and I'm gonna want something done. Funny how Manny wants 4 things done, and Floyd only wants one thing. And not only just the one thing. The thing about it is, take the test, but Floyd's gonna take the test also. You take a test, I'm gonna take the same test you're taking. You know. But you fans are just so blinded at the fact that it's because of what Bob Arum put in the media, saying how, well, Floyd wants his test and we're not gonna bend to his will. But if I'm not mistaken, Floyd just bended to whatever will you wanted, whatever terms and demand you want. I hope he does come out with that contract just to show you fans, because that's what it is with pack tards. When it comes to pack tards, these pack tards out here, this is how you know if you're a pack tard or not. If you talk stuff about Manny, not even Manny, just boxing in general, you can be a pack tard. If you talk stuff about boxing and you don't bring no facts behind it, see, that's the thing with Manny. You talking like Manny, he's your next door neighbor, but you have no facts to back you up. That's what really makes you a pack tard. I just wanted to rant real quick because I just saw these videos up and he's like, don't take the test. I wouldn't take the test. That's probably why you ain't getting paid 40 million also. If it makes you weak, if it makes Manny weak, what are we not to say it's not gonna make Floyd weak, you know? But you just don't want to do it, and then got the world thinking that it's Floyd's fault. But it's cool. Keep believing what you want. Time is ticking. Time is ticking, fellas. Manny gonna get exposed sooner or later. All right, I'm out.